So, as an entrepreneur, you've probably heard lots of people saying that they have created businesses from nothing. You know, there's this concept of creativity being the ability to create something from nothing. In what way do you think you've been able to do that as an entrepreneur yourself?
Oh, it's a very interesting question. I have started several businesses over the years. I wouldn't say it was created from nothing. Well, it all depends on what you mean by creating something from nothing. There is always something happening that that gets you to thinking about doing whatever it is you're going to do. So it isn't a case of creating something out of thin air. There's always something that precedes it, some thought, some idea that precedes that, that gets you thinking about, well, I could do this, I could provide this service, or I could create this product. So it doesn't come out of thin air. There's always a thought, something else that precedes that starts you thinking about doing whatever it is you're going to do.
So is it a case of being resourceful and using what we have in front of us and noticing what is available rather than what is not available to us?
Certainly, a certain amount of resourcefulness is required, unless you've got everything at your disposal, which most of us haven't. You know, you need to be resourceful. You need to be determined, and you need to have a plan. You need to have an idea as to how you're going to materialize your thoughts into a product or a service.
And a lot of people will say, well, I haven't been very successful because I didn't have the support available to me. I didn't have the finance. I wasn't in the right place at the right time. What would you say to people who see obstacles to their creativity?
Some people argue that they weren't successful because there wasn't certain things in place like support. I would say as an entrepreneur, if you identify that you need certain things in the way of support, then it's part of the entrepreneurial journey to find those resources. You mightn't find exactly what you're looking for, but you will find something that resembles what you're looking for, and you're able to proceed in that way.
Okay, right. So again, that's to do with resourcefulness in going on this journey and realizing that if we don't have the support, then it's down to us to look for the support that's available. That would be the support is part of the journey, right?
So could you repeat that?
Yeah, so I suppose looking for synergy is a way of, like, when we find the right kind of support, we're able to collaborate with people because there is a certain kind of mutual benefit, a synergy between what they need and what we need.
Collaboration is a give and take idea. You always need to be able to exchange something for something else in a collaboration. So that synergy comes about when you're able to offer something as a trade-off for something else to get that support that you're looking for.
Okay, so there's a certain kind of what's that word? It's a kind of reciprocal relationship, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I recently had a conversation with a colleague about a project I'm involved in, and he said to me, "You seem to be struggling. You seem to be struggling a lot at the moment. Where is your group? Where are the people to be found who share the ideas that you have? Where are they? Where is your market?" And I struggled from it. I thought to myself, that's a very, very good question, because I'm in amongst a group of people, a wide group of people who are involved in different things, but they weren't exactly talking about the things I'm interested in. So I stopped and I thought, I've got to find this group. And I went straight to where this group is. And over the last few months, I've seen so much progress in comparison to what I've seen over the last year just by finding this group.
Excellent. That's an excellent example of how you have gone out to create that synergy, to create that collaboration in finding the right resources in terms of people with similar interests or people who are able to support you rather than just floundering in the darkness.
Well, it's always important to be amongst people who, as the saying goes, speak the same language, to be able to bounce ideas off, to be able to exchange thoughts and things that you understand and they understand, and to be able to move yourself and your project forward. That is important.
Okay, right. So, in terms of this kind of positivity or what they call to be a positive mindset, do you think that some people are held back from being as successful as they might be because there may be unconscious processes that they're not aware of, obviously, because they're unconscious pressures that are sabotaging their progress?
Part of the entrepreneurial process is to recognize that things won't flow in a straight line. You will need to climb over barriers. You need to find, as it were, where you're going through struggle. And in answer to that question, I think every entrepreneur owes it to himself and herself to find ways in achieving whatever it is they want to achieve. There's so many different ways of going about doing that. I recall a story about Henry Ford, and when he was making the Model T version, which is making the engine out of a single block of metal, as opposed to two arms, and it has never been done before. And his engineers were saying, it can't be done. And he says, don't come back to me until it's done. And they found a way.
Okay, right. So I suppose Henry Ford had a vision of what may be possible, which the workers didn't have, and he had to make them buy into his own vision. He could see it, but they couldn't.
Well, that is absolutely right. Most people call themselves entrepreneur will have a vision, and they will have to think through the vision. And once they've thought through the vision, and they're absolutely sure that it's possible, then they set about bringing it into reality. Even if others can't see it immediately, once they have decided that this is possible, and they've
Right.
done the homework, and
I
they know
suppose
it's
there needs
possible.
to be someone who holds that strong vision of you know, the possibility that it is possible. And I suppose that's why entrepreneurs need to have leadership skills. They need to be able to communicate their vision. The entrepreneur who merely has the vision but doesn't have the persuasion skills to communicate that vision to others and get them to buy into it will flounder, don't you think?
It will just take a little bit longer to bring his idea, his proposition to fruition if he hasn't got those skills.
Right. So it's a process. It's a process of having that, imagining that vision, and then being able to, you know, go through that process of finding the support or the resources that are necessary to bring that idea to fruition.
No man, no woman is in Ireland, as they say. And so you always have to work with other people to bring your ideas to fruition. And it's up to the entrepreneur. An entrepreneur works in isolation a lot of time. And the entrepreneurial journey is very lonely journey. And in this journey, you as an entrepreneur have the responsibility to find a way through all these obstacles. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. And that's why you're an entrepreneur.
Okay. So what has enabled you to, you know, get through all of those obstacles that obviously you've encountered? What has been like the key thing that has made you resilient and you know, basically to survive through all those challenges that you faced?
I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. My parents left me when I was very young, when I was very small. And I think I started having to find my way through life at a very, very early age without even knowing that I was doing this. And so when I became an adult and entered into the adult world, I recognized that life is a struggle, and you struggle to achieve, and you enjoy your achievement all the more because of the struggle.